Proverbs chapter 1. The Proverbs of Solomon son of David, king of Israel, to acquire wisdom and discipline, to understand the words of insight, to receive instruction in wise behavior, righteousness, justice, and fairness, to give discernment to the naive, knowledge and discretion to the youth. Let the wise listen and increase learning, and the discerning obtain wise counsel. To understand a proverb and a puzzle, the sayings of the wise and their riddles. The fear of Adonai is the beginning of knowledge, but fools despise wisdom and discipline. Hear, my son, your father's instruction, and forsake not your mother's teaching, for they are a garland of grace for your head, and a chain to adorn your neck. My son, if sinners entice you, do not give in. Suppose they say, "Come with us, let's lie in wait for blood. Let's ambush the innocent for no reason. Let's swallow them alive like Sheol, still healthy as they go down to the pit. We'll find all sorts of valuable things. We'll fill our homes with loot. Throw your lot in with us. We'll all have one wallet." My son, do not go along with them. Keep your foot from their path, for their feet run to evil, and they are swift to shed blood. Surely it is useless to spread a net in the eyes of all winged creatures, but they lie in wait for their own blood. They ambush their own lives. Such is the fate of all gaining by violence. It takes the life of its possessors. Wisdom calls aloud in the streets. She raises her voice in public squares. She cries out above the commotion. At the entrance of the city gates, she utters her speech. How long will you naive ones love simplicity? You scoffers delight in scoffing, and you fools hate knowledge. You are repulsed at my rebuke. Behold, I pour out my heart to you. I will make my words known to you. Because you refused when I called, and did not pay attention when I stretched out my hand, since you ignore all my advice and would not accept my rebuke, I in turn will laugh at your calamity. I will mock when dread comes on you. When your terror comes like a storm, and your calamity sweeps over you like a whirlwind, when trouble and distress overwhelm you, then they will cry out to me, but I will not answer. They will earnestly seek me, but will not find me, because they hated knowledge and did not choose the fear of Adonai. They would not accept my counsel. They spurned all my reproof. So they will eat the fruit of their own way and be filled with their own schemes. For the backsliding of the naive will kill them, and the complacency of fools will destroy them. But whoever pays attention to me will live securely and be free from the fear of evil. Chapter 2. My son, if you accept my words and treasure my mitzvot within you, making your ear attentive to wisdom, inclining your heart to discernment, yes, if you call out for insight, lifting up your voice for discernment, if you seek her as silver and search for her as for hidden treasures, then you will know the fear of Adonai and discover the knowledge of God. For Adonai gives wisdom, out of his mouth comes knowledge and understanding. He stores up sound wisdom for the upright. He is a shield to those who walk in integrity. He guards the paths of justice and protects the way of his kedoshim. Then you will discern what is right and just and fair, every good path. For wisdom will enter your heart, and knowledge will be pleasant to your soul. Discretion will watch over you, discernment will guard you, to deliver you from the way of evil, from those speaking perverse things, who will leave the straight paths and to walk in ways of darkness, who rejoice in doing wrong and delight in the perversity of evil, whose paths are crooked and are devious in their ways, to deliver you from a seducing woman, a wayward wife with seductive words, who forsakes the partner of her youth and forgets the covenant of her God. For her house sinks down to death, and her tracks to the dead. None who go to her return nor reach the paths of life. So you will walk in the way of good men and keep to the paths of the righteous. For the upright will dwell in the land, and the blameless will remain in it. But the wicked will be cut off from the land, and the treacherous uprooted from it. Chapter 3. My son, do not forget my teaching, but let your heart keep my mitzvot. For length of days and years of life and shalom they will add to you. Let kindness and truth never leave you. Bind them around your neck. Write them on the tablet of your heart. Then you will gain favor and a good name in the eyes of God and man. Trust in Adonai with all your heart, and lean not on your own understanding. In all your ways acknowledge him, and he will make your paths straight. Do not be wise in your own eyes. Fear Adonai and turn away from evil. It will be healing to your body and refreshment to your bones. Honor Adonai with your wealth and with the first of your entire harvest. Then your barns will be filled with plenty. Your vats will overflow with new wine. My son, never despise Adonai's discipline or dread his correction, for Adonai loves those he reproves, even as a father the son in whom he delights. Happy is the man who finds wisdom and the man who gains understanding, for her trade value is better than silver, and her yield better than fine gold. She is more precious than jewels, and nothing you desire compares to her. Length of days is in her right hand. In her left hand are riches and honor. Her ways are pleasant ways, and all of her paths are shalom. She is a tree of life to those who embrace her, and blessed will be all who hold firmly to her. By wisdom Adonai founded the earth. By understanding he established the heavens. By his knowledge the deeps were divided, and the clouds dripped dew. My son, hold on to sound wisdom and discernment. Do not let them out of your sight. They will be life to your soul, and an ornament to grace your neck. When you will walk on your way in safety, and your foot will not stumble. When you lie down, you will not be afraid. When you lie down, your sleep will be sweet. Have no fear of sudden terror, or of the devastation of the wicked when it comes. For Adonai will be your confidence, and will keep your foot from a snare. Do not withhold good from those to whom it is due, when it is in your power to act. Do not say to your neighbor, come back later, I'll give it tomorrow, when you have it with you. Do not plot evil against your neighbor while he lives trustfully beside you. Do not quarrel with a man for no reason if he has done you no harm. Do not envy a violent man or choose any of his ways, for the devious are detestable to Adonai, but he takes the upright into his confidence. Adonai's curse is on a wicked house, but he blesses a righteous home. Though he scoffs at the scoffers, he gives grace to the humble. The wise inherit honor, but fools are held up in disgrace. Chapter 4. Listen, my sons, to a father's instruction. Pay attention to gain understanding, for I give you sound learning. Do not forsake my instruction. When I was a son to my father, tender and special to my mother, he taught me and said to me, lay hold of my words in your heart. Keep my commands and you will live. Get wisdom and get understanding. Do not forget nor turn away from the words of my mouth. Do not forsake her, and she will guard you. Love her, and she will watch over you. Wisdom is supreme. Acquire wisdom. With all of your acquisitions, get understanding. Prize her, and she will exalt you. She will honor you when you embrace her. She will set a garland of grace on your head. She will give you a crown of glory. Listen, my son, accept my words, so the years of your life will be many. I instructed you in the ways of wisdom. I have guided you along straight paths. When you walk, your step will not be hindered, and when you run, you will not stumble. Hold on tightly to instruction. Do not let it go. Guard it, for it is your life. Do not enter the path of the wicked or walk in the way of evil people. Avoid it. Do not travel on it. Turn away from it and pass by. For they cannot sleep until they do evil. They are roused by sleep until they make someone fall. For they will eat the bread of wickedness and drink the wine of violence. The path of the righteous is like the light of dawn, shining brighter and brighter until the full of day. The wicked of the righteous is like darkness. They do not know what makes them stumble. My son, pay attention to my words. Incline your ear to my sayings. Do not let them out of your sight. Keep them within your heart, for they are life to those who find them, and health to their whole body. Guard your heart diligently, for from it flow the springs of life. Put away perversity from your mouth, and keep devious lips far from you. Let your eyes look directly ahead, and fix your gaze straight in front of you. Clear a level path for your feet, so all your ways will be firm. Do not turn to the right or to the left. Divert your foot from evil. Chapter 5. Incline your ear to my insight, that you may maintain discretion and your lips may preserve knowledge. For a seducing woman's lips drip honey, and her mouth is smoother than oil. But in the end she is bitter than wormwood, sharp as a double-edged sword. Her feet go down to death, her steps lead straight to Sheol. She does not keep straight to the path of life. Her paths are crooked, but she does not know it. So now, my son, listen to me, and do not turn aside from the words of my mouth. Keep your path far from her, and do not go near the door of her house, lest you give your strength to others, and your years to one who is cruel. Let strangers feast on your strength. Your labors go to a foreigner's house. At the end of your life you will groan, when your flesh and body are spent, and you will say, how I hated discipline, how my heart spurned reproof. I would not listen to my teacher's voice or incline my ears to my instructors. I was also in utter ruin amid the community and congregation. Drink water from your own cistern and running water from your own well. Should your springs flow in the streets, your streams of water in public squares, let them be yours alone and not shared with strangers. May your fountain be blessed, and may you delight in the wife of your youth. A lovely hind, a graceful doe, may her breast satisfy you always. May you always be captivated by her love. Why, my son, be captivated by a seducing woman? Why embrace a foreigner's bosom? For a man's ways are before the eyes of Adonai, and he observes all his paths. The iniquities of a wicked man will ensnare him. The cords of his sin will hold him down. He will die for lack of discipline, lay astray by his own great folly. Chapter 6. My son, if you have become a co-signer of your neighbor, if you have shaken hands and pledged with a stranger, if you are trapped by your own words, ensnared by the words of your mouth, then do this, my son, and free yourself, since you fell into your neighbor's hand. Go, humble yourself, plead with your neighbor. Allow no sleep to your eyes, nor slumber to your eyelids. Escape like a gazelle from the hunter's hand, like a bird from the snare of the fowler. Go to the ant, you slacker, consider its ways and be wise. It has no commander, no overseer or ruler, yet it prepares its provision in summer and gathers its food at harvest. How long will you lie there, slacker? When will you get up from your sleep? A little sleep, a little slumber, a little folding of the hands to sleep, and your poverty comes like a bandit, and your need like an armed man. A scoundrel, a wicked man, is one who goes around with a perverse mouth, winking his eyes, shuffling his feet, pointing his fingers, who continually plots evil with deceit in his heart, stirring up strife. Therefore his disaster will come suddenly. In an instant he will be broken with no remedy. 6 things Adonai hates, yes, 7 are abominations to him: haughty eyes, a lying tongue, hands that shed innocent blood, a heart that plots wicked schemes, feet that run to evil, a false witness who spouts lies, and one who stirs up strife among brothers. My son, keep your father's mitzvah, and forsake not your mother's teaching. Bind them on your heart continually, tie them around your neck. When you walk, they will guide you. When you lie down, they will watch over you. And when you wake up, they will speak to you. For the mitzvah is a lamp, Torah a light, and corrective discipline the way of life, keeping you from the immoral woman, from a wayward wife's smooth tongue. Do not lust in your heart after her beauty, or let her captivate you with her eyelids. For on account of a prostitute, one is reduced to a loaf of bread. A man's wife preys on your precious life. Can a man scoop fire in his lap without burning his clothes? Or can a man walk upon hot coals without scorching his feet? So is he who goes to another man's wife. No one who touches her will go unpunished. Men do not despise a thief if he steals to satisfy himself when he is starving. Yet if he is caught, he must repay sevenfold, giving up all the wealth of his house. He who commits adultery with a woman lacks sense. Whoever does so destroys himself. He will find disease and disgrace. His shame will never be wiped away. For jealousy enrages a man, and he will show no mercy in the day of revenge. He will not accept any compensation. He will not consent, even if your bribe is great.